Hi everyone, my name is Eric Islas, and together with my partner Andrea Garcia, we're going to talk about the loss of neurons and the appearance of Alzheimer, and the relation between neurons and the appearance of Alzheimer. And the objective of that poster is to inform the community about the current field of research on this disease, as well as its stage and possible prevention, thus seeking to find a method for its possible current or treatments. Well, first, I'm going to talk about the neuron, that is the basic working unit of the brain. It's a specialized cell designed to transmit information to other nerve cells, muscle, or gland cells. But how is that transmission in the neuron? So first, when the neurons receive or send messages, they transmit electrical impulses along their axon. So first, receive the message in the dendrites, then pass to the nucleus, and then pass to the axon, that is, which are covered with a large myelin that accelerate the transmission of electrical signals. Sorry, and then pass to the axon terminal, and here is another connection with another neuron to transmit that information. So now I'm going to talk about the Alzheimer and stages. So first, the Alzheimer is a progressive mental illness characterized by a degeneration of nerve cells in the brain and a decrease in brain mass. The basic manifestation of the Alzheimer are memory loss, temporal and spatial deterioration, and intellectual and personal deterioration. So the stages in the Alzheimer. So first, we have the initial with a like or mild symptomatology, and that is that part. Well, first is a healthy brain, as we can see. We have a normal mass in the brain, and then the intermediate with symptoms of mild severity. As we can see, here is a mild Alzheimer. As we can see, we have a decrease in the mass brain in the images. And finally, the terminal or advanced stage, the patient is completely dead. And obviously, in that image, we have the same situation, and we have the decrease in the brain, and the manifestations are more common: the memory loss, the temporal and spatial disorientation, and the intellectual and personal deterioration in general.
Causes of neuronal death. We have two principal causes of neuronal death, genetic ones and for expression. Genetic ones like changes in the structure of neuronal receptors, which are basically proteins like this one, and inadequate production of neurotransmitters, which can cause a misunderstanding between the message of the neurons. Specific sequences of microRNA which code has the capacity to active neuronal receptors. Here we start with the expression. An overexpression of certain receptors, which interaction with some neurotransmitters or microRNAs can cause constant inflammation and therefore neuronal apoptosis. Here we can see an example. This is a neuronal receptor known as TRR7 and a microRNA LED7B. When these two get together, can cause a constant inflammation and therefore neuronal apoptosis. How is the process of neuronal death? We have two major types of neuronal death: the one produced naturally by the cell itself, or on the other hand, the apoptosis, which is produced by lesions or necrosis. Today we're going to talk about the neuronal death, apoptosis. During a lot of years, the neurons start dying in order to allow a more efficient organization of the system. Those neurons that don't establish strong enough synapses die because they are not used regularly, and the ones of more frequent use will stay or remain. Here we can see the two different neurons. This one, a normal neuron, which has a lot of synapses, so it will stay or remain. However, here we can see a cell that has not enough synapses. This one is not regularly used, so it would die. Prevention of Alzheimer. Nowadays, there is no proven way to prevent Alzheimer's disease, but researchers indicate we need to exercise our brain. And what do I mean when I say exercise our brain? Well, to make activities that will help us to maintain the synapses between our neurons or create new ones. For example, reading, learning a musical instrument, learn a language, play, eat healthy, and make exercise could make a great difference. So, we will prevent the apoptosis and the Alzheimer.
So to finish this presentation, I'm going to say the conclusions. So the conclusions are, as we can see, the brain is awesome. It's the most powerful machine of the human. And just remember to be healthy, exercise your body and mind to improve cognitive agility, and maybe in one future, with the advances of the technology, we can change the history for this pathology. Thank you for your attention.